Hoodoo, 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 hoodoo. Come one, come y'all. Come one, come y'all. Welcome to the bakery in Bamboo Plaza, right near the Himalayas. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday, and I am so glad that you could be here with me today. We're gonna have us a good old time. We're gonna have us a good old time. What we're gonna do is I'll translate the horoscopes for you, tell you what they really mean. We're gonna crack some digital fortune cookies, crack some real fortune cookies, and swing by the edibles rack like we always do. Now, what I have in that edibles rack today is something short, sweet. All right, we're gonna look at this. Came up yesterday, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time on it today, and it's the different elements of a good, solid goal, something that you guarantee success. You just follow these steps. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna do a celebrity fortune cookie. I know we do a celebrity fortune cookie for some recognition, a toast, some encouragement, and our newly introduced Bell Money Fortune cookie. So we'll be getting into that as well. Today's celebrity will be Wendy Williams. She was in the news recently, um, for the past year or so. And now we talked about Shannon Sharp on that other episode. See, now what I didn't do, what I would have normally done is got some history, some looked up some history, some stats, been able to share that with y'all. But I was on. We had a small hiatus. I had a small hiatus over here at the bakery, and so we getting back into the swing of things. Now this is gonna be I'm gonna get this. What I wanted to do was make sure the bakery was back open, all the way back open. So this is but the third, fourth episode since we came back from hiatus. So now that the bakery is open, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on opening up candy house, flower shop, bio bamboo the lab. Yeah. Oh yeah. The bistro too. All the stuff finna get open. But maybe which one am I gonna do next? What I'm gonna open up next more than likely will be either Candy House or the Bistro. Either Candy House or the Bistro. Stay with me now. I know I'm not talking as fast as I normally do. I went ahead and listened to the playback, and I said, "Dang, I might be talking too fast for people." But when you listen to a person, you learn, you recognize how you get used to how they talk. You recognize what they saying. So, like for example, Rihanna. When you look up the lyrics to her song, they'll be like, "How they her fans know that's what she say?" But they've been listening to her long enough that they recognize, how she say stuff and things like that. So, Wendy Williams is gonna get a fortune cookie today for some encouragement. All right. Now, from what I heard today, she went to court and it went good. We'll talk about it when it come up. We gonna go ahead before we lose the sun. Should already take long enough. Hell. So we're gonna do another tour. We'll do another tour of Bamboo Plaza here shortly. Just stick around. I found out. Oh, I was watching Reno 911. I found out I only need 1,000 subscribers. Then YouTube send me a couple of dollars. So I just need 985 more subscribers. So y'all tell everybody y'all know. Tell the people y'all know. Get this thing going. Not only so that I can get paid, everything is gonna get well. We gonna the channel is gonna grow and be able to bring y'all more uh quality production. Stay with me now. Stay with me. So if you look there at the ticker at the bottom here, it'll show you all the different shops that we have in the Bamboo Plaza Strip Mall. The bakery, the flower shop, candy house, the boutique, all of them. Karaoke and wing bar, bio bamboo, the lab, and the bistro. So we all those need to be built out. And I just need 985 more subscribers. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the digital fortune cookies like we always do. We're gonna start in Taurus season since we're in Taurus season. And then we'll move on over and do the horoscopes. Now, that's what we're gonna do. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not trying to have this take all long, because this wasn't my God pushed my hand. God pushed my hand because this was his idea for me to get up here and be doing this YouTube channel. Now, I didn't want to do this. We here now, so I won't say nothing. I'm the chef and I got the recipe, and the world needs it. Obviously, no, I can tell you the ingredients, but I can't sell you the sauce. You don't only want to know how long you need to marinate, and is you gonna deep fry the broiler, or what you gonna do? You always have to know how to be your beautiful and make a statement without making a sound. But you also got to know when to hoo. Be willing to go off the beaten path sometime, and make your own path and make your own way. Those are some of the things, some of the recipes. We got the recipe for DONE, for dodging the own set of negative emotions. We got the recipe for romance. Stick around. We come with the recipes, come up with it on the fly. I got to get back in the zone. When I first started, I got to get in the zone and figure out where hone in on where weak spots. Where, oh, that needs to be a recipe. Oh, that needs to be a recipe. But my signal, I got to get my signal back strong. My signal come through this moon. My signal come right here through this moon. And so I got to get the signal back strong in order for me to translate the horoscopes, for you, because these messages are for nobody in particular, but somebody specific. Now we getting ready to get into these digital fortune cookies. Go on ahead and get your pen out, get your notebook out, have these things all gathered around. Now you don't wait for your zodiac sign. You hear something that speaks to you, you give you a new uh vantage point, a new perception, a new perspective. Make sure you write that down. You don't want to miss that. And I mean, you come back and you rewind this. You can rewind this and write it down. So we're gonna do our digital fortune cookies now. We're gonna start with Taurus since we're in Taurus season. Woo! Life to you is a bold and dashing responsibility. I think that was what we ended up with on Aries. That was Aries digital fortune yesterday. So let's start with a new fresh one for Taurus. What Taurus ended up getting two today, because there was a reason that was still here. Normally, just by me opening up the screen, it's done refreshed. So Taurus got two today. Sometimes you just need to lay on the floor. Gemini, a good way to stay healthy is to eat more Chinese food. Didn't they say that yesterday? See if you can learn anything from the children. You got two today too, Gemini. You know what's going on. It's in all caps. Cancer. When fire and water go to war, water always wins. That was in all caps. Cancer. Leo. Dogs have owners. Cats have staff. Virgo, failure is not defeat until you stop trying. Libra, let not your hand Let not your hand be stretched out to receive and shut when you should repay. Mm. Scorpio, happiness is an activity. Hmm. Sagittarius, all the world may not love a lover, but they will be watching him. Capricorn, remember this, duct tape can fix anything. So don't worry about messing things up. I don't know about that. Look. Aquarius, stop wishing, start doing. Pisces, the love of your life is stepping into your planet this summer. And finally, Aries, if you never give up on love, it will never give up on you. All right. That was beautiful, right? What y'all think about that? Was our digital fortune cookies. My hopes is that you got something out of that. At least one of those fortune cookies, even if it wasn't the one that was supposed to be for you on this day. Alrighty, for your zodiac sign on this day, you might be on the cusp. So you on the cusp. You take both of those and do what you can with it. Now this is a bakery, so we keep it sweet over here, surrounded by all these cupcakes and all kind of sweet stuff, donuts. How can we not keep it sweet? How could we not? Who would we be to not keep it sweet? You know what I'm saying? So what's today? Now we got special things that we like to do here at the bakery. On the 1st and the 15th. Now when we look at these horoscopes, they have money scope, career scope, health scope, and love scope. And then there's the daily scope. That's the one that we do every day. So on the 1st and the 15th, we do our money and career scope. On the 20th, we do health. And then on the 14th, we do the love scopes. So stick around. That's what we're gonna be doing in the bakery. And then we'll do you can get a we'll do another tour of the Bamboo Plaza, but there's an introduction to Bamboo Plaza to kind of let you know what's the different approaches, the different things that you're gonna be able to consume in each shop, flower shop, candy house, boutique, karaoke, and we all of them. What you gonna when you go in there, what it's gonna be about. So let's go ahead. It's about that time we start translating these horoscopes. Hopefully, we will not lose the sun, and we will just go from there. What do you, Taurus? A social event, possibly involving a group you're affiliated with, could put you in touch with a lot of friendly, intriguing people who share your interests, Taurus. Among them could be is this from yesterday? Let me see, because I don't appreciate this. What kind of bald headed phone is this? All right, Taurus. That was yesterday's. This here is gonna be for today. Who knew? Today, you might find that some of your more ambitious plans finally seem to be paying off, Taurus. You should be happy about this, but you might panic a bit, feeling that every fearing that everything could crash at the last minute. Don't assume the worst and don't waste your energy worrying. Keep striving. You've gotten this far. With a little effort, all should go well. Now, see, this is the thing. Have you heard of that movie, that book, The Secret? The Secret. Now, this is what people don't know. What people don't know is, seatbelt. Put this seatbelt down. Now, what people don't know is, the secret. What is it? The secret is, from what I heard, when you say something, the universe wants to balance everything out by bringing it to fruition, right? Because you spoke it. So y'all know we work with Gua over here, Gua, Gua. That's God, the universe, and the ancestors. So God speaks, the universe moves, and the ancestors guide. So the universe moves to balance things out. When you say something, the universe wants to give you what you said to yourself. So in a way, you'll be done brought that on to yourself. Now, you wanted to approach things. What's the best that could happen? Keep that in mind. Now, this might be a tourist thing. This might be, I don't know, a general thing. But sometimes we want to tell ourselves, we want to be prepared for the worst. We want to be prepared for the worst. We don't want to be disappointed. So we just try to think of all, just what all that we could expect to go wrong. Maybe you know how impatient you are or how you overreact. So you want to be prepared for that. But let's find a different approach. Let's do this in a different way. Don't assume the worst. Don't waste your energy worrying. It takes energy to worry. You sitting there using your energy worrying, that's preparation time you could be using instead of you waking up early in the morning to get that done because you didn't sat here worrying and a good time before it was time to go to sleep. You use that time to prepare, and you be even more prepared. You wake up and worry tomorrow after you prepare today. You might be less worried if you go ahead and prepare. You never know. Now, with a little effort, all should go well. It said you ain't even got to do a lot. It said with the effort of a mustard seed, with the effort of a grain of grass, all should go well. Okay, so you keep that in mind, Taurus. What's the best that could happen? That's our ingredient for you today, Gemini. Who do? If you've been doing some creative or job related writing, today you might be tired, blocked, or unable to muster the energy to turn on the computer. Gemini, you need to ask yourself how important it is to get it done today. It's far better to wait another day and do it well than grind out something that isn't up to your standards. That could be counterproductive. I totally agree with that. I don't like going into something and it ain't the way I really wanted it to be. That's why I said we did Shannon Sharp yesterday, but we're gonna have to do that again because normally I like to be able to pull up somebody's history and somebody's stats and speak on what they have contributed to society, to whatever industry they in, and whatever impact that may have had on society. And I like to do something that, and in not doing that, make me feel like I did it halfway. So it feel like it's not up to my standards. Now, Gemini, it make more sense for you to do it, wait one more day and do it the right way than do something halfway that you can't be proud of, that it ain't gonna be a good representation of you or make a good impression on whoever is for or whoever might see it. Or hell, you don't know. So you want to do, those are things that you want to keep in mind. If you feeling blocked today, or you feeling like for whatever reason your creative juices ain't flowing the way they could or should, go ahead and take a kickback and come reapproach this thing when you where you're supposed to be with it, when you in the right headspace. hmm And that way you make something that you're proud of, you make a good impression and represent yourself well and present whatever it is well. Cancer. Hoo-doo! A project of some kind you've been working on could be going well, Cancer, but today you might experience a sudden rush of inspiration that makes it a lot better than you originally envisioned. This could involve effort that seems intimidating at first, but the results should be worth it. Summon all your energy and determination and get to it. You will be very glad that you did. Right, right. See. This is what I almost did today. I almost let too much time go by because I got off work or whatever, and so I met with my client, and so I almost let too much time go by before I was gonna feel like, well, it's too dark now. Make that my excuse, but we gotta get this thing going. We gotta get this content out. We gotta get this channel growing because the world needs me. And I live in a. It's expensive out here where I live at. I'm over here on the West Coast, so I work full time. But what we but you know, God told me I gotta do this YouTube channel. People be telling me all the time, you should do a YouTube channel. He be saying stuff. It be a word. I be like, it's a word. They be like, it's a word. My word is bond because my word is bond. Okay, now cancers. The inspiration you gonna get today, you're gonna experience a sudden rush of inspiration. And it's gonna be a lot better than you originally envisioned. It's going well. Now it may have seemed intimidating at first because even though you are inspired, I get like this. I be ready to do something, but it's a part of me. If I don't know exactly the way I want to approach it, it'll make me procrastinate. It'll cause me to procrastinate. But I can't be like that no more. You be intimidated by it, but the result is gonna be worth it. Summon all the energy that you got in your body, all the determination that you can find, and get to it. Be consistent. Hold yourself accountable. Be disciplined. Okay, if you we got to get past at a certain point, we got to get past allowing the energy and the determination for shit and be straight disciplined and consistent with what you want to do and move around. Let me move around, and you're gonna be glad that you did it. That's what it say. Y'all go over there to the horoscope.com and you can read along with me. You can see which part I'm actually reading and which part is coming off the dome from what I translated. Now, if y'all go to some of the previous episodes, I spent like 5 minutes on each zodiac sign. And nigga, I cannot. It'd be too long. And this, and see, I'm a YouTuber's YouTuber. I motivate people, the people. I'm kind of like Jacob the jeweler. This YouTube channel right here is kind of like Jacob the jeweler. You know how he popular amongst the celebrities? Well, y'all know how it was back in the day. He used to make all the jewelry for all the celebrities. So he was a celebrity to the celebrities. That's kind of where I'm going with this. I got 15 subscribers right now, but that's the vibe. That's the vibe, obviously. So let's go ahead and keep going. We're gonna get into Leo. Hold on. Hope you are enjoying your urban horoscope experience. Damn, should take too long. Hoodoo. A family member could be experiencing business difficulties, Leo. Your sensitivity could cause you to feel their anxieties too. You might want to make it clear to this person that you're there for him or her, but you also need to be objective about the situation. Protect yourself psychically, perhaps by surrounding yourself with white light. It won't help your relative if you're stressed. I don't know what all that is supposed to do. Not go into the light. The fuck? Psychics? Look, I don't know. I can't help you with that part. If that's an arena that you visit, that's not something that I can help you with. All I can help you with is this part right here. You recognize you love this person so much, you're so in tune with this person, or just say that everything around you just pick up on other people's energy and how they feeling, or if they're not themselves that day. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be that deep, like, oh, your energy, but like, you just notice that the motherfucker ain't how they normally are. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to be there for them. So you do that by letting them know with actions and words. But you could use your actions to be like, to feel like you showing them that you want to be there for them, and it may not come across to them, or they may be so far gone that they not grasping the bond that you trying to show them that you're trying to create with them. You not might not necessarily be intentionally doing that, but they could just be so deep in what they got going on that they not noticing that you trying to show up and support them. And then maybe they noticing it, but maybe they feel like, okay, this person just doing that out of habit because they nice to everybody and they're good friends to everybody. No, you let them know, no, this means something to me. It's important to me. You are a priority to showing up, for me to show up, for me to be there for your ass. So they showing that to you. And then what you're going to have to do is make sure you got the strength and the capacity to handle that, the bandwidth, if you will. You don't want to have nobody draining you and everything. And you want to make sure that you're showing up with the right energy and the right approach. And you're not triggering them to go backwards in the advancements that they need to take in whatever situation, and the progress that they need to make in whatever situation that this is. Who do? Virgo. A friend or relative could be ill, out of work, or otherwise beset by problems. You may want to do whatever you can to help. This could be frustrating, but you will feel better for having done what you can. This person needs to face and deal with his or her responsibilities. They're out of your control to fix. Okay, Virgo, you want to help this person. They got some issues going on surrounding them, and it is a little frustrating for you. But you'll feel better knowing that you did what you could do. Maybe you couldn't do a lot. You couldn't change them. You let the horse to water, but couldn't force them to drink. You did what you could do. You gotta. That holds intrinsic value. You might not have seen the best extrinsic results. Shit on the outside, materialistic things that people could see and put value on, but it holds intrinsic value within you to know that you did what you could for that person. Within that person, you created intrinsic value within them, to let them know that they mean something to somebody. Stick around, make better choices, and we gonna move through life together. Because they say, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So keep that in mind. Now, that what's gonna happen is they're gonna have to deal with it on their own and face their responsibilities. You can't fix it, Virgo. It ain't in your control for you to be able to fix it. They're gonna have to do it on their own. We don't know how severe that might have to be. Some sort of punishment, some sort of mishap, some sort of eureka moment, some sort of realization. We don't know, but it ain't in your control. You're gonna have to let them deal with that on their own. All right, who do we moving on to Libra? Going a little slow. An unexpected expense, perhaps requiring repairs to the house or car, might take a chunk out of your bank account, Libra. This may be disheartening. You've worked hard for your money, and now you might have to put some of some of your plans on hold. Still, you need to be philosophical about it. Take care of it and move on. You built up your bank account once, and you can do it again. Yeah, man. I think Sarah that was yeah, I know Sarah need a that's my car name. Sarah need a is it called a tune up or something like that? So I think they said it's supposed to be like $300. And I'm just like, dang, what, I ain't got no village. Hell. I barely just started trying to keep a little full time job. I ain't been nothing but I was just a person. I was just I wasn't doing no good. I wasn't no good. But guess what? We here now. So Libra, yeah, it might stress you out a little bit that you gotta spend the money, but you got to do it because you don't want things to get worse. Things break apart and get worse. So handle it right now before it gets to be like that. Be philosophical about it. which I don't know what that means. How do you be philosophical about it? Okay, see, philosophical people, philosophy is they come to the conclusion and they move along. This is what it is, and it's no, we're not digging no deeper into it. We're not going down a rabbit hole. You don't get no more details. This is what we didn't put the research behind it. Were the experience, or the observation I done did already, and I done came to you with my philosophy. That's what philosophy is. It ain't something that you can question. You just either you gonna apply it and move around believing that that's true or not. So you need to be philosophical about this. What you got to pay, take care of it, and move on. You filled up your bank account, and you can do it again. You bounce back. You gonna bounce back faster than you know. You wouldn't even know. Just be the blink of an eye, drop of a dime. You do. Scorpio, career changes may be on the horizon, Scorpio. Although positive in the long run, the events leading up to the change may seem catastrophic. Your employer could go out of business or move too far away for you to commute. The secret here is not to panic. Accept the situation and move on. In the end, you will probably be glad that this happened. Success and good fortune are coming. Okay, you gonna get some good things coming your way, Scorpio. That's always nice for to hear, right? Career changing up a little bit. It was leading up to it. It may seem horrible at the time. It may seem like a catastrophe, but don't panic. Do not panic. But you gonna have to accept it, and move around. When it comes down to it, you're gonna be glad this happened. That's what it says right here. Now, is that always true? Because a lot of times they end things by saying, but in the end, you're gonna be glad that it happened. I'm wondering though, is that always true? Is it sometimes when people be wishing up like, damn, I wish I still had my same job and still been living the same life. Everything would have still been good. I'm sure there are, right? It's not like that for you, though, Scorpio. You're going to be happy. And what that's going to do is lead to more success and good fortune for you down the road later on in the long run. So let's go to Sagittarius. Hooty hoo. Premonitions today might be rather disturbing, Sagittarius, and you might actually feel some fear because of them. Don't panic. Your intuitive abilities aren't quite as sharp as usual. What you could feel what you feel could be distorted or untrue. This doesn't mean you've lost it either. Try to be objective about everything you pick up physically. You will be glad. Try to be objective about everything you pick up psychically. You will be glad you did. Okay, so your intuition is deceiving you a tad bit. It's not as sharp as usual. It's not deceiving you, and it's not that it's not sharp. You can only see things from your perception. Like, you can only see things based on your experiences, based on what you've been through, based on what you believe, based on your education, based on what you see. You can only see things through that. And sometimes that will warp our perception. And what I'm getting is that you usually good at being objective and being unbiased and not tainting things, but looking at things without putting your opinion on it. But lately you've been kind of uh you haven't been being as objective lately, which that just means you've been kind of jumping to conclusions and assuming things, based on whatever, for whatever reason. But you got to stop doing that. Step back and see the bigger picture again. You know. So you haven't lost it. You ain't lost it. Maybe don't even panic about that. Uh, it could be something may have triggered this. Something else could be going on in the background that got your signal ain't as strong as it normally is. Your signal is off. That's all. It's gonna get back. It's gonna catch up. It's gonna catch back up. All the bars gonna be up. All five bars. And so, yeah, try to be objective about the things that you're picking up on. And if you can do that, you're going to be glad that you did. Okay, moving right along. I'm going to go heat this chicken up. Hoo-doo! Changes within a group you're affiliated with. Look, I was thinking, should I go to a more quiet place? But this is urban horoscopes. Y'all should see the bus going by and hear all them cars and shit. I'm glad there's some people out. I think the people that usually be here, they was at a different park yesterday. It was empty like a mug. I was like, dang. Capricorn, who changes within a group you're affiliated with might profoundly affect you today, Capricorn. Perhaps the group is veering in a new direction that doesn't particularly interest you. You might need to reevaluate your involvement. This could make you rather sad since you've grown fond of the people and won't want to lose them as friends. You need to think. Only you can decide what to do. Um, I had my Capricorn friend. She just talking about how she just up and moved. I'm ain't working, move. I'm ain't working. I'm like, well, you just told me you lived here for 15 years. So how you been up and then moving and living in the same spot? How you, these stories ain't making no sense. Like, but I'm not here to judge you or try to put together and figure out is you lying or why. Because I just now thought about it. How you tell me you stayed in one spot for 15 years? You was there, but you and all the kids lived in the DMV. So how is that possible? Because all the kids is under 14. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. And they be trying to pick holes in what I'm saying. Like I'm like, bitch, I ain't gotta lie. I'm not trying to impress you or nothing. Trying to figure out where the flaws at and putting the bitch. I'm not. I ain't got no reason to lie. You're not finna find no flaw in me. Now, if you out here being a fraud, that's you. Now, come to think of it, I never tried to think about it like I was just cool with us kicking it and getting along. I'm not trying to calculate what you did in your past or wondering why you lying. If your ass is lying, what my point is, I can't be doing nothing with you. That it matter that you lied about some stupid shit. Why are you trying to make it seem like, oh, I don't be moving around, but I up and move, but I lived here for 15 years. Which one is it? You trying to and why are you telling? I'm not impressed by neither one. Neither one. So it wasn't on needing you acting like if I was supposed to think you was better than me or was I supposed to start trying to be like you or was I supposed to be impressed or feel sorry for you and automatically feel like I need to start helping you because you do all this? You have what? Kids or what? Bitch gonna turn on me. I'm gonna have to do a whole damn episode of the bistro. Of the dainty chat bistro to tell y'all how I had me a friend and the bitch gonna act like I'm not. So anyway, Capricorn, whatever group you've been around, the change is going to affect you profoundly today, whoever you've been hanging around with. And it's going to hurt you a little bit because you just got used to them. They going in a new they going in a new direction that you not interested in. Whatever they trying to start doing and stuff that you ain't even interested in that. You're not even trying to do that really. So you thinking about reevaluating how involved you are, how much time you spend with them and how involved you are in this venture that they're getting into. And you kind of feeling sad like you're getting left behind because you don't even want to do that. You kind of ain't even got the time to do it if you did want to do it. Maybe the resources to do it if you did. You done grown fond of the people and you don't want to lose them as friends. But just think about it. Maybe it don't seem like it's something interesting, but if you do it with them, it will be. Maybe it seems like you don't have the time or it's not important enough for you to make the time for it. But when you think about it, it is. It's an essential part of maintaining what you got going on right now. So you can, figure out how to keep your essentials for you to feel like your purpose is being massaged in some kind of way. You got to decide what to do, and you're the only one that can do that. Aquarius, woo! A scandal concerning a celebrity you admire could be in the news today, Aquarius. This might throw you for a loop. You might even suffer some disillusionment. Withhold judgment for the time being. Much of what you hear may be traced to gossip or misinformation. Shocking though it may be, you will want to hear the celebrity side of it. Only then can you form an objective opinion. Okay, I want to say, well, this is celebrity. This is stranger. It shouldn't bother you that much. But you know what I remember? I remember when Prince died, and this lady, it was going around the social media. The lady, how she lost her mind. I mean, she was in the backyard and she laid in the grass. She was screaming, and she was hitting the grass with her fist and her feet, both of her feet. And she was running back. She was upset. She was distraught. And then I think about how I guess I had the celebrities that made me sad when they passed. Who was the most recent person that made me be like, dang, I don't know. But they are strangers, but whatever it is, now I see this word right here. I don't think I've ever seen this word before. Disillusionment. Whatever this celebrity did, it affected the way that you see them. You have this illusion of them, and whatever they did made it changed that for you. And so don't judge them. See why it got changed is because you call yourself judging the motherfucker, and you can't do that. Don't do that. It might sound shocking at first glance, but you want to hear their side of it. That's the only way you can form an objective opinion. That's the only way you can form an opinion that is not based on what you think or what you heard. It's just based on the objects that's right there and what they doing. That's objective. Based on the objects that's right there that you can see and the moving parts and what's going on. And then you keep that in mind. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. You go to the source before you start making a decision. See somebody that I got disillusioned about a celebrity recently. It's a singer SZA, and she be singing them songs, and they don't. The delivery is off. That's for me. Not only is her voice raggedy, I don't have much room to talk. I didn't even want to be up here doing this YouTube. This was God's idea because of my voice and because I don't know how good I look. If y'all can see all the flaws on my skin and stuff. But when I went and saw SZA, she doesn't deliver them songs well to me. She got the lyrics. You can't even feel the lyrics or get the point of it because you can't hear it because she's saying it too fast. She ain't delivering it well. She need to stop. It's a song. The I just killed my ex song. How it go? I'm so mature. I'm so mature. I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I don't want. I just want you. That's a cool line right there, but we cannot hear it. Nobody can hear it. I'm so mature. I got me a therapist. She tell me it's better, man. But I don't want none, cause I want you. Like, can we hear it? So since it get on my nerve, I be skipping. I turn the radio station. I listen to the Mexican station before I listen to SZA. Because not only I could deal with the voice was raggedy and the delivery was right. I could deal with the voice being okay. Nah, because I don't play about. I don't like what you need to say them lyrics that we can hear and apply it to our life. Like, yeah, I got me a therapist. I had to go get a fucking therapist to tell me that it's other men. That's how much, but it was sarcastic. I'm so mature. I'm so mature. It's sarcastic, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really I'm immature. I'm so damn immature. I had to go get a therapist to tell me it's other men, but I don't want none of them. I just want you. She should have delivered that in it, but I don't want that. I just want you. She got a song I like though, but I don't like to tell people that I like it because of the title of the song, and it seems so corny and like, oh, sad girl. But that's my little jam. That's the only song I like by SZA. It's called Nobody Gets Me. But I don't want to make it like I was just I don't like, you know how people be like, I'm not like other girls. I'm not like other girls thing. SZA be like, how am I supposed to tell you? I don't want to see you with anyone but me. Nobody gets me like you. I only like myself when I'm with you. Nobody gets me, you do. You do. Nobody gets me, you do. That's my little jam by SZA right there. Let's go to Pisces. Woo-hoo! Some rather shocking news could come to you from a friend who lives far away, Pisces. This probably won't affect you directly, as it most likely concerns the world economy, politics, or big business, but you still might worry about its long term effects on society. You can discuss it with friends. You need to remain objective and see how the news develops. It might be less serious than it seems. Now, you discussing politics with friends. Now, if those are your friends, y'all may or may not have similar politics. And the similar don't is so many different new kinks and niches and nuances in politics. You bound to disagree on some point, right? But maybe in general, y'all have the same kind of ideals when it comes to that. But remain objective and see how it develops. Gives me the vibe of you don't want to say the wrong thing and have your friends thinking, assuming things about you and getting a bad impression. And be objective. Step back and don't be emotional about it, and don't let it be a selfish or self-centered thing. Step back and be objective. Look at all the objects involved and how they relate to each other and what's the most logical way for this thing to move forward together, right? For everything to work together, because everything got to work together. Everything got to fit together like a puzzle, like a puzzle. So, Pisces, you found out from a friend, you found out something one of your friends went through, and maybe you kind of felt like it was too whatever is going on wouldn't affect you or anybody that you know, but the fact that it did kind of had a little bit of impact on you, you can't even sleep good until you go talk to somebody about it. So I don't know, what does that mean? You might want to get involved, who knows? But you're seeing how what effect is this is having on the people around you. Maybe you feel like you contributed to it in some way. Let's say it said about the economy. Let's say the president is doing something, and that's the president that you voted for. Now you feeling like, dang, this is not okay. Could be anything like that. But let's move around the area because I need to go eat. Right, I'm hungry. I got off work, came straight over here. Me and my client, we had a good meeting and stuff though. I'm gonna tell y'all about my clients and then when we go over there to the Dainty Chat Bistro, we be getting into some things. Okay, well let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Who do Aries? This is gonna be our last one. Then we're gonna stop by the edibles rack very briefly. We're gonna talk about goals and the different elements that can guarantee that you be successful at these goals in which we're trying to achieve. Aries, who a dip in the stock market might cause you to worry about your own financial future, Aries. You may have some investments that could be temporarily negatively affected. Bear in mind that such events don't necessarily reflect future trends. Take steps to create some kind of safety net if you wish, but don't assume the worst. The market might go back up tomorrow, or could go back up tomorrow. Yes, yeah, you want if you want to go ahead and do something if you want to go ahead, but don't assume the worst. It could all get better tomorrow. And then you can go ahead and start on whatever that safety net is, but you don't have to go fully into it, right? Just start planting the seeds for it, doing the research, looking into it, put a little something to get it started, but you don't have to full-fledged commit to it because it's not looking like that's what it's going that that it has to necessarily be this way for long. The market could go back up tomorrow. hmm Now this doesn't and so now what they say right here also on horoscope.com, this don't necessarily reflect future trends. So you don't have to assume that, oh, this is going to happen every time, or you don't have to assume that you doing some bad business, or somebody set you up with something and it's not what they cracked it up to be. This isn't it may not necessarily be that. Kick back before you start making assumptions and making choices or even saying things. You might speak too fast to say something because you thinking this is going to be a repeated pattern, and it's not. And it's not. All right. So that's what that's going to be. Hoo-doo! Yes, we made it. We did it. We did it. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We made it through all those horoscopes, zodiac signs. What y'all think about that? Let me know down in the comments. Hey, what you got out of that. What's next? We gonna is it the edibles rack? Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and slide on over to the edibles rack. We're gonna touch on something real quick that we brought up yesterday. We're gonna bring it up again today. And so what that was the SMART acronym. Now we're gonna talk about reaching our goals. Now sometimes goals, what is a goal? A goal is something that you want to achieve and some type of progress that you want to make. And see, that's one of the things about one of the important things about a goal is clearly defining what it is. That's one of the most important things about goal, about when you making a goal, you got to clearly define what it is. You're going to want to write it down. Now there's been studies done to say that so many percentage is more likely that you will achieve a goal when you write it down. Okay, and then so because it's like you might forget certain parts. You remember the main part, but you forget little things that you thought of. Um, and it just brings you. You can hold that in your hand once you wrote it down on something, your phone or a piece of paper. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can feel it, make it real for you. And also, hold on. Also, I talk loud enough. Um, Yeah, you would. It's different elements of a goal, different ways that they are. My apologies, I got distracted a little. This is your urban horoscope experience. This is the herbs, so things like that are bound to happen. My apologies. Um, so different parts of a goal. You want to define what the goal is. All right. And you want to different things. Rewind back whatever else I said. And so my apologies for that, you all. And so what we're gonna do is there's ways that you'll be more successful if you write it down. That's what we're talking about. Now you write your goal down. It's tangible. You can have it in your hand. You want to bring it to fruition. You're gonna remember the details of it. And also it's kind of like a psychological thing where it makes you more likely to tend to it, to come back to it, and to put, okay, this is the first step of what I want to do. This is the second step of what I want to do. And that's what I'm telling y'all that hold me back. If I can't figure out what I want my first step to be or how to start, it'll take me a whole week before I do something. Like, damn, that's really unnecessary. Or if I can't present it to you the way I wanted to change this background, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I couldn't be on a hiatus no more longer about that. And also my head was fucked up because my homegirl hurt my feelings because she was my friend and she talked a whole bunch of shit about me and said she didn't want to be my friend no more. and that hurt my feelings. But I'm recover. I'm getting over that. I'm moving past that. I'm getting back to myself. Come to the realization of certain things. I just think things that I've accepted as true to make myself feel better, and it's accurate. It's not inaccurate. You feel me? We get into that at the bistro. We get into that at the Dainty Chat bistro. But let's get back into these goals. And so you write it down, and that just makes it like you gave it life. You gave it life. And I'm starting to feel like, I don't know why the word spell is coming to mind. Like you writing. But we have a negative, what is it? A negative response to the word spell. Because it's like a bad thing. Witches do spells, and people do spells on you for negative reasons. And so that it's not wrong for you to feel some kind of way. It's not a comfortable to say or put a spell, but damn, is it a spell when you write down your goal and you looking at it and you working on it and conjuring that shit up? Is that a fucking spell? Success, the spell for success is what your written goal is. And so what else I was about to say? See, what people don't realize is that, say for instance, you Christian, and you look at other people, and they might whatever it might be their culture, it might be for whatever reason, and they do rituals, and where they'll dance around, or where they'll do however, sing, or they might chant, or they might eat something all together, or whatever their ritual is. And you Christians do this thing where they be like, well, that's not of God, that's not godly. And you at church doing the same thing. When you getting the Holy Ghost and you jumping all up and down and throwing your head back and your eyes is rolling in the back of your head. When y'all taking that communion, crack the bread, drink the blood, that's a ritual. Like, why are we drinking the blood? And when we read in the Bible and we saying and we praying over and over again for something over, it's a spell? This all just occurred to me now. And so I just said that to say, for whatever reason, the things, it scares people to have those powers and to have those abilities. And so especially when they put it in the movies, and in the general society don't understand, and won't some people ain't using it the right way, so we don't want the general public to understand how to tap into that type of power. But I'm trying to like, well, damn, I don't know. I'm just up here on the YouTube trying to see. I don't know. I don't really be trying to do all that type of stuff. I just put my effort and put my work in and try to reap from what I put out. I'm not trying to hypnotize the universe and bringing something my way. What's meant for me is coming. I ain't got to cuss nobody out about it. I ain't got to fight nobody about it or nothing. God had to tell me that yesterday. Like, what's meant for you is yours. You ain't gonna have to fight for it. Cause I'll be accidentally keeping up some shit sometimes. But I gotta work on that. Why did the screen get darker? I don't like that. So there is, let's get into these goals. We're going to use an acronym called SMART. SMART. I see a few different ones, but I'll click this one. The S stands for specific. The M stands for measurable. The A stands for achievable. The R stands for relevant. The T stands for time bound. So S, specific. Be specific about what you want to achieve. Ask yourself questions about your goals, following the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why. I think that's a good idea. I like that. So that S is going to be specific. M, be measure. It has to be measurable. Your goal has to be specific. Your goal has to be measurable. Make sure that you can measure your success. You'll be able to track your progress by answering questions like, how will you know when you're how will you know when your goal is complete, right? Or how will you know when you're going to what is it that you ultimately trying to achieve, and how close are you getting to that every day? Is what you're doing getting you closer to that goal every day, or are you spinning your wheels? You have to make sure what you're doing you can measure. Oh, I did this much and I had this much to go. Okay, now I got this much done. I got to do this much more. And you have to be able to measure what you achieving. Now, and the A is achievable. Achievable. Your goal has to be achievable. Ensure your goal is realistic and achievable. Don't set yourself a goal that's too easy or too difficult to complete. What's wrong with an easy goal? Look at your current situation and make sure you have what you need to achieve. Oh, is that the I was trying to remember my recipe. We'll get back to that. Now, for Bio Bamboo the Lab, when you call me now for your free reading, which is not free, it's $40. We can get you started with a $10 installment plan, payment plan. And what that's gonna get you is I'll leave you a voicemail. You give me the details, and I'll leave you a quick voicemail about what I think. What that $40 is gonna get you is 15 minutes like Geico. And so what you'll do is we will discuss what your ultimate goal and what your ultimate objective is, right? What you ultimately want to achieve, and what the choice is that you need to make. It might be some decision that you need to make, and we're gonna combine that with the resources that you have at hand. We're gonna bind that together with my word, because my word is bond, and we're gonna come up with you a personalized recipe for how you want to approach and move through this situation with as little recoil as possible in your life. We don't want no inertia. We don't want no feedback. We don't want no motherfucking friction being stirred up and caused. And what we also sprinkle into that recipe is the five closest people to you, because you are a product of the five closest people to you. Hang around 9 millionaires and you will be the 10th. And we also sprinkle in what you think is might be holding you back, or the pros and cons of whatever this decision may be. Holding yourself accountable, or looking within and seeing, what's your ideal and what you prefer. That's what you get when you call me now for your free reading. And that's what we do at Bio Bamboo the Lab. It's $40 though. And also at Bio Bamboo the Lab, we're gonna get into dreams. And I'm gonna tell y'all. So when I remember my dreams, I Google them. So we'll talk about what dreams mean. I don't know. I got a couple of books that talk about it a little bit. I got a book from the library that talks about it, and I bought some books from Barnes and Noble that talk about it a little bit. So that's for us. We gonna get in for us to get into, and I think it should be fun. I don't know a lot. I know a little bit, but I feel like it should be interesting. I used to watch this show, and I'll talk about it. Talk about that show that used to come on, and then I want to talk about what made me first Google my dream, what the dream was. Okay, boom. Your goal needs to be relevant. We're gonna get back. Your goal needs to be relevant. We got specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. Set yourself a goal that's relevant to you. Is your goal worthwhile to you? Are you the right person to achieve it? Is your goal applicable to your current situation? Or is it unrealistic? I wonder what they mean by are you the right person to achieve it? Like if you got a history or a reputation, or you just live a certain kind of way and you're not even about to change, should you be advocating or harassing or bringing down the heat on somebody, and you doing worse than what they doing, the same thing or worse? You know what I'm saying? And I know they say don't what's the saying where they say, oh no, this is what they say: clean under my rug, clean under your rug before you come over here trying to clean under mine, right? And some people, and I also believe that a good message is a good message. If accurate, if it makes sense, then we can go with that. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So your message can be as accurate as it wants to, and you live in that damn life. your own self and not willing to change or about to change. But you deliver, you don't be insulting, you don't be condescending or put yourself on a pedestal like you know something that don't nobody else know. You know, you share your message and you move around and going on about your business. Or you do that from the background. Don't be involved. Have somebody else be the face of the brand, the face of the company. Maybe you could fund it. Maybe you could contribute to it. Like they say, when you do AA or NA, Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, them meetings and shit, those people are recovering addicts that run those meetings because they know who else is going to give you the best advice on how to get through that and why, how and why you might be feeling like that, or how or why you might be triggered. So it's not that there's no use for you. It's just that maybe you might not be the best person to be the face of it, but you can absolutely create it and make sure that it happens. And is it worthwhile to you? You know, make you find something that make you happy and figure out how that can be your job. Like we learn about the most average, basic, mundane doctor, lawyer, you know, but it's all kind of stuff in between. You can be a brand ambassador. People pay you to wear their clothes, and you can be a food tester. People pay you to test out food. People pay you to test out video games. You just got to figure out where that, figure out where it's at. That's your purpose. That's your passion, And then T, your goal has to be time bound. Assign a start and end date to your goal to encourage yourself to reach it with a deadline. Think about what you can do today, tomorrow, months from now to achieve your goal. Okay, so that's pretty plain. You get y'all get that. Um, so I didn't think that was gonna take that long. So my goal is, I talked about it earlier in this broadcast. I got to get to 1,000 subscribers if I want the YouTube to send me a couple of dollars. I want the YouTube to send me some money. So I got to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I wonder if I can get to 1,000 subscribers in 90 days. Yeah, I think I could do that. I don't even think it really got to take that long. I feel like if I go out there and really put forth the effort, I could really do it in like 20 days. But I'll make the goal to push myself a little bit. What's today? April 28th, May 28th, June 28th. Let's say by 4th of July. By 4th of July, I should have 1,000 followers, subscribers on this YouTube channel. So I only need 985 more. If you help a sister out, help a sister out. Contribute to that in the way that you can. It don't cost you nothing. It be free. All you gotta do is say, this channel is so bomb, y'all really need to go subscribe. Even if you don't listen to it every day, one day video is gonna be guided to you. It's just gonna see. That's what I do with new music, because there's so many artists can put out so many songs these days and so many different ways to get to the song. I can't even be trying to figure out who is it good or not. If it's meant for me to hear it, it's gonna come my way and I'm gonna hear it. That's the only way I could do it. Now, with certain people who I will, if I really fuck with you, or if I'm really interested or curious, or if I feel like it means it had a certain impact on the culture, or it means a certain thing to the culture, I will go ahead and put that song up and listen to it intentionally. But other than that, no, I let the universe guide things to me. I have to hear it in somebody else's car while they driving past. I got to hear it in the store. I got to hear it on a commercial. I got to hear it in an ad. I got to hear it some other kind of way. Cause all these music people everybody with a phone can put out a song. It's 2025. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now it's time for our fortune cookies. Fortune cookie time. Our real fortune cookies. So Wendy Williams, that's a celebrity that we're gonna focus on today. And then y'all know each zodiac sign, earth, wind, and fire and water, they all gonna get their own fortune cookie. So Wendy Williams had a big win in court today. She been going through it for the past couple of years. Her mind was gone. I don't know if somebody poisoned her or if she lost her mind from keeping up too much shit on the planet, from being an agent of chaos. I don't know. But she has been very successful in her field, very successful in the industry. She always had she had this uh just the ability and the skill to connect to the people and to relate to the people and to use her voice to build something, to build radio shows and platforms in a way that they didn't even exist before. You know, she ushered in a new thing in a way with her show, the Wendy Williams Show. It was kind of a new concept. I remember when they first we dropped it, they was making it a whole big deal leading up to it for weeks. And like this is a thing. It's gonna be the Wendy Williams Show. We don't know if it's gonna be around, but we're trying it out. And this so she was very popular radio host back in the day. She had all the most important stars coming on her show. She did groundbreaking interviews that people still listen to this day for whatever reason. But now it's some scandalous rumors over Wendy's head about extracurricular activities that she may choose to partake in, as far as some paraphernalia and other things. Um, but you know what? She ain't hurting nobody by doing that. And that ain't what we here for. She contributed some wonderful things to the radio. We keep it sweet over here at the bakery. Y'all see all these cupcakes and donuts and shit. How could we not? Why not? And we here for this fortune cookie that we cracking for Wendy is for some encouragement. I also want to offer her a toast for beating that case and getting through that shit like she did. She got through this shit. I don't know if that husband of hers did something to her mind or with it, and people that was working with her, maybe even her own son could have set her up for failure because he was, he's been found to be questionable, a little shaky, a little shisty. But Wendy got herself back, thinking clear, walking, thinking straight, being logical, standing, speaking up for herself, making sound decisions. And today, the judge decided that she is in charge of every decision over her life. She is free to live her life and move about the planet the way that she wants to. They had Wendy in a home, in a wheelchair, drooling, some slurring. We don't know what was wrong with her. But today, the judge decided that nobody is making decision over Wendy and her life. She's just got a sound mind to be able to do that. I wish we could say the same for Britney Spears, Lord. Okay, so now that Wendy is enough back in her right mind. I'm gonna get Wendy till about December to be like, where's my show? Like, I'm gonna get Wendy till about fall or winter to start talking shit again. Because they make it seem, they say Sherry Shepherd took Wendy's show. I think she's in that Wendy Williams time slot. And watch Wendy come fuck around and come. This is gonna be like the greatest comeback story ever. She fuck around and come back just stronger and just powerful, just better than before. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And fuck around and come back for her spot. Like, what's going on? What we doing, Wendy? What we doing? Let me see. Yesterday I was just grabbing the fortune cookies right off the top. I'm gonna dig down a little bit this time. So this fortune cookie is gonna be for Wendy. Eventually, I want to have like a separate view of the fortune cookie where y'all can see my hand spinning around in the bowl, a close up and a close up of the fortune cookie cracking, like a close up. I got it all planned out in my head. So we getting there. Now this fortune cookie is gonna be for Wendy Williams. Let's see what the universe has to say. A kind word will keep someone warm for years. When I tell y'all the universe When the universe put out, when I tell the universe that this fortune cookie is from one of these celebrities, the universe is gonna be has been 98. We going on 99%. Got 99% accuracy, in my opinion, when it comes to the current situation in them celebrity life. And I don't translate the fortune cookies for nobody. And I might feel it and tell you what I think, what my perspective, my opinion is about it. But ultimately, I want you to take it how it resonates with you, how it applies to you. I want you to absorb it your own way. I want you to be able to observe it from what you know and what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? And not my translation. So I try not to translate the fortune cookies. When it comes to these celebrities, it'd be kind of surprising to me how they be accurate. So I got to talk about the why I think it's accurate, and then you should get down in the comments and agree. Damn it. And your learn Chinese word is daughter, Wendy Williams, and lucky numbers are 38, 16, 44, 54, 48, and 41. And again, a kind word will keep someone warm for years. I'm not going to spend long on this, but if you know who Wendy Williams is and what she does, I mean, duh. Wendy Williams gossips about she read the headlines at the tabloids, and the tabloids don't be no good. And then she talk about it on her show and spread the rumors and gossip and things. That's what she do. And right here it says a kind word will keep someone warm for years. So tell me that's not an accurate that fortune cookie could have said birds of a feather flock together. That fortune cookie could have said anything. It spoke on Wendy and what she does or doesn't do, which is use kind words with people. And the universe is saying, maybe do it different this time. Maybe you did, because I be feeling like sometimes people, if you walking around being double-minded, you'll lose your goddamn mind. If you walking around trying to make it uh making it seem like you want to appear, you want to leave the impression that you don't have bad intentions, but what you're doing is affecting people in a bad way. But you swear you don't have bad, and you being double-minded. You don't even know your mind don't even trust itself. Your brain not even trusting itself. And I feel like that can cause people to crash out, being double-minded. And then Wendy got to the point where she didn't have that many friends in her older age. She didn't have a lot of celebrities that wanted to hang out with her, or people that was, I mean, sure, she could probably find some regular people, but peers, they kind of didn't want to kick it with her because she been talking all this mess, keeping up all this mess. But she just reading the tabloids and spreading the gossip and the rumors or something. Hell. But right here, a kind word will keep someone warm for years. And that's something for you to consider, Wendy. The universe just said you might benefit from a new approach. Like, for example, I got Candy House. And everything when we talk about candy, everything over on Candy House is gonna be about things people done achieved, records people done broke, all the things that celebrities is doing in the community, the charities that they contributed to, the programs that they creating, whatever, positive things that they contributing to the world, or attempting to contribute to the world. Maybe they might not even be getting it right all the time, but they making an attempt. Maybe they supporting a certain politician. Maybe I know Ice Cube be doing stuff. People be acting like they got a question about what Ice. He know what the fuck he doing. Don't be asking that nigga no questions. Hell, he been doing this shit since 1992. Literally. I don't like when they be questioning Ice Cube acting like he ain't doing what's right. That is not okay. Okay. Now this is gonna be our fortune cookies. A fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Correction does much, but encouragement everything. I like that. Your learn Chinese word is basketball, and your lucky numbers are 14, 46, 35, 5, 22, and 13. And again, correction does much, but encouragement, everything. And that was for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, this is going to be for our earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. A human being is a deciding being. Your learn Chinese word is Christmas, and your lucky numbers are 41, 53, 11, 16, 17, and 18. Oh, it's gonna start lining up. It's gonna start getting in order for you. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A human being is a deciding being. Okay, only you can prevent forest fires. You know what I'm saying? So life is exactly what you make it. That's all it's gonna be. And that's a little cliche, but hey, even if it ain't what you decided for something to be, it's up to you how you let it affect you, how you approach it. So it's still what you make it. Air, Gemini, air signs, earth, wind, and fire. Wind sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what message the universe has in store for you. Sometimes I pull up to the red light and I be eating and I be throwing stuff out of my sunroof. It be going in other people's car. I'm like, oh shit. At the red light and shit while I'm driving. I be throwing stuff out the window. Somebody driving right by right at that moment. This fucking chicken bone be the window in their window. I be like, oh shit. Um Adjust finances, make budgets to improve your spending. And your learn Chinese word is diving. Your lucky numbers are 32, 29, 50, 44, 18, and 10. And again, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I implore you all, everybody here, everybody under the sound of my voice, adjust finances, make budgets to improve your standing. For us to, these recipes are for nobody in particular, but somebody specific. But if you can look at it from a different vantage point and try to put a different perception on it and not take it literally, that's when you can figure out where it fits for you. See, that's why those other episodes, the zodiac sign, it'd be damn near 5 minutes per sign, because I didn't really want to take what it literally said. I would rather see what else it could apply to, like if it wasn't literal, if it was metaphorical. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, okay, adjust finances, make budgets to improve your standing. Something about the lack of grammar, the lack of proper grammar in this made it click to me differently. Everybody finances might not need to be adjusted or the budget need to be changed. Okay, cool. But it's possible that it's something in your life that if you just plan it and organize it the right way, you can improve the standing of it. You can improve the status of it. Not necessarily um cash, but other things like your time. Maybe if you adjust where you put in your time, where you're prioritizing your time at. Maybe if you adjust where you're prioritizing your resources or your energy, that will improve your standing with whoever, the people around you you're trying to improve the standing with, or yourself on the inside. You'll feel more achieved, more accomplished, like you're getting closer to what you want to do with your life. And so I feel like that could be looked at a different way. And so I really didn't translate that fortune cookie. We took it from literal to metaphorical. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All the answers you need are right there in front of you. Your learn Chinese word is red, and your lucky numbers are the color red, and your lucky numbers are 28, 13, 19, 56, 10, and 23. And again, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All the answers you need are right in front of you! Exclamation point. Well, that was a wonderful thing. That was a wonderful thing. I feel like we got to some real good ingredients and recipes. Something for everyone here to be able to at least savor the flavor of until the next time we can convene, which, if everything goes according to plan, will be tomorrow. And that's what we're doing. Now you have our to-do list, but you want to consider your to-be list as well. What do you want to be today? Do you want to be organized? Do you want to be empathetic? Do you want to be consistent? Do you want to be disciplined? Do you want to be motivated? Do you want to be responsible? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be encouraging? Do you want to be considerate? Whatever it is that you want to be today, do you want to be full of food? Make sure you eat. Do that intentionally, not just your to-do list, but your to-be list as well. Remember when you have to say, I can't take that ride. I just got to know when to say that. And until again we meet, keep it sweet. Man. mm, what is it doing? What's going on? You want to end? You want to stay a little longer? You don't want to leave? Y'all not ready to go? Y'all want to stay a little longer? What they want me to say. So next coming up, the next thing that we'll be expecting is like I said, I wanted to get the bakery back open, but next we're gonna open up one of these other shops. It'll probably be the bistro. It don't take a lot of research for that. That's just gonna be me sharing with y'all a couple of things that I've experienced around the way. And then after that, it'll probably be Candy House. If I could figure out how to get a link for the karaoke and wing bar, because I know a lot of that stuff is not allowed on YouTube. And also, I'll also be putting the link for the boutique and making a video of the products that are available here for the YouTube. But you click the link and you'll see everything on the boutique. Also, getting the bakery Instagram page going, where we post a picture of every fortune cookie slip that we crack, of every fortune cookie that we crack for the zodiac signs and for other celebrities. So stay tuned, and you can look forward to that. Until again we meet, keep it sweet. Until next time, y'all come back now. You hear? Let me see. It don't want to end. There we go. Until again we meet, keep it sweet.